So let me see here. Increases flight speed for individual and group members within 25 radius by 10% and recovers flight time by 3 seconds. Huh. Again, I forgot that ability existed. Probably useful in a place like this, where you do nothing but fly all the time. Oops. Alright, well, I'm dumb, and I instantly took it off. Because I was trying to fly, and then for some reason my brain had a retard moment and decided that, hey, you know, you're just gonna run instead. So, Karanark. This is bad. Nerk, nerk, nerk. Welcome. Here to learn the Balar language? Welcome, welcome. You're really lucky. My method teaches the Balar language instantly, and it's not lethal. Guess that's good. Well, it would be good if the machine were operational, but the language crystal is burnt out, and I don't have a spare, Nerk. Phosphor at the Temple of Knowledge and Pandemonium has crystals. You're the student, so you can fetch it for me. Oh boy, fetch quests. Oh yay, instant teleportation. Never mind, that's a lot more usable to me. Why am I encoding at a high rate, game? This was not a problem before. What brings you here? Are you a seeker of unknown lore? Ask for wisdom quietly so you don't disturb other knowledge seekers. Well, librarians, dude. Ah, you came for the language crystal then. That's the only thing Karanark ever asks for. Remind him that these things are strictly experimental, won't you? I think he forgets the power he's meddling with sometimes. This crystal should work, if it doesn't explode into a million jagged shards. Take it to Karanark. Neato! Bye! It's like a spatial bungee cord. Freaking sweet. Why doesn't somebody patent that? That could be, like, immensely useful.
Bad.
Have you been to Phosphor? Give me the language crystal.
Shall we start then? Huh? Oh, this is so exciting. Bella, speak if you want to live. Speak!
I will not forgive you, you foul invader!
Oh, did it work? Huh? Can you understand Balar speech now?
I understand Balar's speech, and you don't want to know what he said about your mother. As I expected, it worked perfectly, and you were so worried. Now you speak Balar like Balar, so go kill some Balar. I freaking love a good imitation of their laugh. I freaking love their laugh. It is the greatest thing. And Nerk, Nerk, Nerk. The sad thing is, I actually kind of use that sound at work sometimes. Every so often, I'm like Nerk. And I mean, my coworkers think it's hilarious. They just think I'm doing my weird little SK stuff. I'm like, haha, joke's on you bitches. I got it from a video game. I have no originality to speak of. Nerk, nerk. Alright, now let me go ahead and turn this in, since I'm here. Because I can think. Okay, C3. Give me that flighty goodness. Wait, what? Oh yeah, she's the one who gave me the quest. And that's Sinjin Grun, I take it? And you speak Balar like a native, huh? I learned it, yes. Your brains aren't scrambled, so that means Karanark's invention really worked. I'm glad I'm a guinea pig. I'll start sending over Davis to him, and that'll give us a significant advantage on the battlefield. And because you can speak the Balar language, I'm sure he'll have some intelligence gathering methods for you in the future. Methods? Alrighty. Cool. That was a fun quest, I think. Do I have something over here? No, I'm still in the freaking building. Hang on a second. Oh, so I can't have both going at the same time, huh? Is that what it is? Am I not able to get all three? Oh yeah, it does. It totally shares that cooldown. That sucks. I mean, understandable, but it still sucks. Alright, so I think there's a starter quest over here of some kind that's like, hey, here's your introduction to Balar Town, and I'm just kind of like, alright, that's pretty cool. I mean, personally for me, having been here a couple of times now, this is basically going to be free pizza time for me.
Aion Shade protects us.
Shards, I was on my way to see my family, but all that leave has been cancelled by order of the governor. Evidently, there's a bunch of fledgling Devas on their way to Rashanta and they need training. Fast. So the whole place has gone scaly. I'm madder than a wet cuckoo. What can I do? Indeed, do you have some also special wine? What? Who sent you? I admit I shouldn't have, but I was so blasted, man, when my leave was cancelled that I drank it all. So if you really need the Allsig special wine, go ask Asmund guarding the fortress gate. His leave was cancelled too, but he's too responsible to drink on duty. Responsibility. What the fuck, dude? The hell is your problem?
Aion shade protects us.
Since you made it to the Abyss, you may as well get some training. A little knowledge will keep you alive. At least a fraction of a second longer, anyway. Lots of Devas think combat is essentially the same whether they're in the Abyss or in Atreya. Those Devas spend a lot of time talking to the soul healers and visiting their landing, if you know what I mean. But I don't waste my time on Devas who can't listen. You get this briefing once and once only. Alright, listen up. And I'll tell you how to conquer a fortress without getting yourself killed. And if you survive long enough, I'll show you the benefits of seizing a fortress. But like I said, I don't repeat myself.
We are in the Abyss
Food
to
time!
defend Asmodee against the Balar, and to conquer Elysia once and for all. To accomplish these things, we must seize power in the Abyss by capturing key fortresses here in Rashanta. We need to control 9 fortresses in all, each with immense strategic value. The closer a fortress is to Rashanta's heart, the more valuable to us, and the Helios. A Guardian General leads the defenders of each fortress. You'll see the General on your map when it appears inside the fortress. If your Legion defeats the Guardian General and captures the fortress, you'll gain Abyss points, lots of Kina, and the usual spoils of war. But such rewards don't come easy. The Helios Guardians are tough, and the Balar Legions are even tougher. It will take every ounce of will you and your brethren possess. But on the day we claim Teminin landing for Asmodee, our sacrifice will be worthwhile.
The dude has some bitchin' wing things. Been eager to get you killed out here. Alright, so you suck. Got it. Conquer everything. You know, be a total douche nozzle. Got it.
Make it quick.
I've been waiting for you. And cheer up. That man gives you the "you're about to die" speech to everyone. Laban explained how a fortress works, right? Now let's talk about the etheric field that surrounds the fortress. A fortress's etheric field can be your best friend if you're defending, or your worst enemy if you're attacking. Listen up! I'm only going to go through this once. Food time!
The etheric
Feed
field
2.0.
that surrounds the fortress is vital to its defense, because it can render the attackers irrelevant. The field will decimate enemies who try to force their way through it. So unless the attackers have overwhelming numbers and can sustain heavy casualties, they won't attack the fortress from the sky. But it is possible to shut down the etheric field by destroying the generator inside the fortress. Take out the etheric field generator, and the attackers can assault the fortress.
Balar is so badass looking. Not exactly complicated. Okay, fortress gates. Yay. I remember playing Warhammer Online, and instead of people calling it RVR, they called it instead of RVR, or Realm versus Realm, they called it RVW, or, you know, Realm versus Wall, because that's pretty much what Siege is amounted to.
Not too much sun, I hope.
Good times. Here's a lesson for the fortress gates, huh? If you want to keep the fortress you've got, you have to protect its gate no matter what. And if you're attacking the fortress, you have to destroy its gate. Again, no matter what. And you can't really understand the fortress gate without understanding the restoration stone it's connected to. Oh god! Not food time, but coughing time, hang on!
Fence. They are strong enough to withstand most attacks. And if the defenders repair the gates with the Gate Guardian Stone, they can withstand a siege forever. The Gate Guardian Stone repairs the gates only when the defenders are using the Gate Restoration Stone. So if the attackers can deactivate the Restoration Stone, the castle gates will collapse instantly. Siege weapons can also obliterate castle gates. So destroying enemy siege weapons is our top priority.
Yay, RVR! Okay, Guardian General. The big baddie, effectively the PvP raid boss.
Aspelumbra.
I've been tasked with explaining the Guardian General to you. Vict may go on about the etheric field, and Mond can talk endlessly about the gates, but really, you're about to learn the most important aspect of conquering a fortress.
When you besiege a fortress, a Guardian General
Going
appears in an
AFK while your
underground
guild does
chamber.
it for you.
The General reeks of power, but you must defeat that General before you can claim the fortress. After your Legion's victory, you've captured the fortress, and Pandemonium will send a detachment of troops to help you defend it.
Okay,
If our
legit,
position in
those
the
generals
abyss
look
is weak,
fucking awesome.
they'll send reinforcements.
I love it. They're so badass! Brissa about artifacts. Nito.
Another dark day.
Ack. Which is not the ack of Aion, but the ack is the ack of Mars attacks. Ack. So yes, I've had a lot of training. Here to learn about artifacts. I'll bet everyone's been filling your head with fortress this and fortress that, but the strongest weapon in the abyss is the artifact. With the right artifact, you can convert defeat into victory in the blink of an eye. And I know what you're thinking. In the hands of the enemy, an artifact can do the reverse too. Please tell me more.
An artifact is a mysterious relic from the Tower of Eternity. No two are alike, but they're all immensely powerful. We don't understand the full extent of what an artifact does.
But we know it kills
We
people!
can tap a fraction of its power if we have the proper activation stone.
Of course there's a freaking key to it.
Each artifact is a devastating weapon in the right hands. Some can slaughter every enemy within sight, and others can bring troops back from the brink of death.
That wasn't bringing them back from the brink of death, you know.
Artifacts can turn defeat to victory, or vice versa. So capturing artifacts is imperative.
Thank you, Seth. I'm glad that my stream looks good. I appreciate that.
Powerful protector stands watch over every artifact.
Yeah, I ran into that guy.
Subdue the protector, and the artifact is yours.
Yeah, I found that dude. Thanks. I already learned that little tidbit. Thanks. You're almost done with the lectures? Oh boy. Yay. Elderay.
Friend.
You like being alive, right? Then you're gonna love the Kisk. Simply put, the Kisk is a portable obelisk that you can set up wherever you want. In the Chaos of the Abyss, having a Kisk is essential. Yeah, I already found those out.
Would you believe me if I said that you could carry an obelisk onto the battlefield so you cannot die in battle? Well, it is true. There are portable obelisks known as Kisks. You can use a Kisk to set up a resurrection bind point on the battlefield. Your bind point will be wherever you place the Kisk.
No disrespect, dude, but having it set like right in the middle of the
But you
battlefield
must
probably not
remember,
the best thing to
a
do.
Kisk doesn't last forever, and depending on the size of the Kisk, only so many Devas can bind their souls to it.
Man, the cough is real
Despite
tonight.
those
Woo!
limits, a Kisk is essential when you lay siege to a fortress. If your Kisk is destroyed, your Devas will resurrect with the permanent obelisk to which they last bound their souls. Those Devas can't swiftly return to the battlefield, so your siege might falter. Therefore,
Again,
you must do whatever
putting
you
your
can
Kisk
to keep
like
the
right
Kisk
the fuck
safe
there,
from
probably
harm.
not the smartest idea. I understand it was for tutorial purposes, nevertheless, herp the fucking derp. 3,000 kilobytes is so much cleaner than 2,000. How do you know your PC specs? I know they're, well, decent, maybe not necessarily good. Oh god, all of the spam. Excuse me. Control panel? Hardware? Fuck, I don't remember how to look it up. Appearance and personalization, ease of access. I know there's like a screen that's like, hey, by the way, here are all your PC specs. And I have no idea what it is now. Administrative tools? No. Scheduled task. How I am confused. My category. I don't know. I'm retarded. I know there's a way to actually look this stuff up, but I can't think of it. I apologize. And every time I try to look it up, I have the exact same problem, so I'm just dumb. System settings under control panel, huh? Okay, I can do that. Okay, so system security, maybe? Oh, I'm dumb. I found it. I understand. I remember. The fucking big thing that says system is probably the one I'm looking for. Let me see. Actually, maybe I can just do this. Let me see. Properties. System? Hang on a second. What? Let's not put the product ID on there, shall we? Actually, no. That's probably. Hang on a second. Let's do this. Nope, ain't gonna work. Okay. I have an Intel Core i5-3570K CPU at 3.40 gigahertz, 8 gigabytes of RAM, 64-bit operating system. Let me see. Device manager? I don't know. That's what I have. That's what it says. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but I paid about $1,500 to build this thing myself, so hopefully that's decent for $1,500. So people out in YouTube land, you just understood what my computer specs are, and I hope you, like, wrote that down because I'm never gonna look at it again. God, coughing wipe. Wow. Excuse me. I think I may have swallowed like 5,000 hairs, apparently. Let's start at the beginning. Do you know what a Dredgian is? If the Belar's most terrifying weapon, a ship that floats through the abyss, destroying everything in its wake. Sounds pretty sweet. You should capture one.
The Ilios are an irritant, but the true threat in the abyss are the Belar. And their battleships, known as Dredgians, are our most feared adversary. Dredgians come and go as they please throughout the abyss. Origin unknown, destination unknown.
Move, bitch! Get out the way! Get out the way, bitch! Get out the way! You have been content ID matched.
When a Dredgian flies overhead, it drops a horde of Drakons, then incinerates the ground below with bombardments from its onboard weapons.
Those Atari graphics, dude. Those Atari sound effects. Pew, pew, pew.
Until we know more, the best tactic when you see a Dredgian is to take cover and hold fast.
Fucking run! Sounds good to me. Okay, fantastic. I listen to people talk. Woo! Do you have quests for me that I care about?
Greetings, friend.
Defeat nine, like, oh, I don't... Meh. I just turned off a mic instead of doing auto run. I can press buttons. I should just post the info in the info below. I should do that, but lazy. So I probably will not. 'Cause lazy. I've had it set as black before. It's kind of boring. What color for your chat? Well, hey, it's not like you can't change the color if you want. You've heard all the lectures, I suppose? And let me guess, you're tired of chasing around Prime and Fortress. I felt the same way when I first got here. But if we don't learn about things like fortresses, artifacts, and kisks, then the Ilios and Belar will crush us. Here's something we give Davis once they're ready to fight. Now get out of there. No, excuse me, now get out there. Oh, and if you need a refresher in Abyss Warfare, talk to those instructors again. They can remind you of how things were. Dude, they freaking told me repeatedly that they're only going to tell me this once. Wait a minute, I just thought about what I said. I'm retarded. That's pretty cool. Seriously? For real? 3,000 EXP? 3,000 EXP away, you kidding me? That's amusing. Wow, I have like 70 of these things? Alright. I didn't realize I'd bought that many, but cool. Thank you. Shiny goodness. Is this something useful? I saw a ring. I don't require MP. So, you can literally choose any color with turbo. Ah, okay, because I don't have turbo, so I have no idea. Oh, that's right, that's the gem quest. The gem Hadar. Let me see. Okay. Back to where I was before. I'd like to at least finish that quest off. She says, knowing full well that she probably won't because she's dumb. Now, how often does this actually regen my flight time? Is that like a... does it do a tick? Well, it clearly ticks by 2 seconds, even though it says returns flight time by... Oh, I guess it restores flight time by 3 seconds because it stops the clock for a second and then gives you an extra 2 seconds. Okay, I understand how to, you know, understand game mechanics. That is so cool looking. I think I actually tried flying from the lower abyss to the upper abyss once, and I almost made it. I think with level 40 or level 50 wings, I could totally do it. That is so cool looking. It's really green, but whatever. So cool. I can't help it. I'm really easily amused by shiny objects like, you know, freaking like Red Giant over here. And by the way, I may remind you that it looks like a... Oh, nope, they don't control everything. They don't have that fortress right there. Wait a minute. Hold up, dude. Hold up, baby cakes. I gotta, like, turn you in here. That sounded weird. You've done all you can. It's up to the Shadow and strong arms now. I don't know what quest I took, but sure.
Aion's shade protects us.
At last I can scout without fear. What you've done safeguards Asmodean lives. Take this for your trouble. Oh, it was that quest. Okie dokie. So I need to kill Charles yet. Got it. I bought a year of Twitch Turbo for $20 on eBay. You can sell that shit on eBay? Like, is it a card or something? I fail to understand. Protective Ward. Revival Manta, Splash Swing. You know, amusingly enough, part of the reason I decided to do Twitch streaming, part of the reason I decided that I wanted to do, you know, just YouTube and video work in general, aside from the fact that I like it, is that I actually really want to improve my ability to speak on the fly. It's not necessarily too hard to do when I have nothing going on, but when I'm trying to focus on other things and speak on the fly, it's, I don't want to say borderline impossible, but my SK to English translator doesn't exactly work that well under the best of circumstances, let's just put it that way. And it can cause interesting effects like slurring words and making me sound like I'm freaking drunk. So, just as a minor PSA for anybody watching this both in Twitch and in, you know, TV land out there, if I say something that sounds ridiculously retarded, believe me, I apologize. I would like that to change, which is one of the reasons I'm doing it. So, just bear with me, and please be gentle. According to Twitch staff, there are only 1-month codes, but this guy had a year code somehow. But then again, when you have to focus on the game, there are moments when your viewers are probably focusing more on the gameplay too, so it works out. No, they're focusing on the gameplay, which means that they're, I mean, even if you're, to be completely truthful, having done this for, I don't want to make it sound like, ooh, I'm a pro, like, having done this for a while, but, you know, having done this enough to kind of give you the idea that trying to focus on any kind of commentary while playing a game does drastically diminish your capability of actually playing said game, because you do have to... Hang on. Excuse me, I had to clear my throat there. It was getting real icky. But, playing a game while speaking at the same time, even if it's just rambling about whatever stream of consciousness bullshit pops up in your head, and especially if you're trying to do what I'm doing right now, which is trying to actually, you know, complete a thought that may or may not have anything to do with the game itself, it greatly diminishes your ability to actually play a game. because you're focusing on the commentary and finishing a thought, and you're dividing your attention between, I don't know if it's like your left brain and your right brain or whatever, or your up brain and your down brain, I don't freaking know or care, but it divides your attention to the point where, you know, there are going to be times you have to choose between actually speaking a sentence or actually, you know, doing what it is that you want to do, which is like beat a game. So, which is why you see people who are streamers or YouTube people, if they're having like a really intense moment, they have this tendency to just be like, to just basically be like, you know, I hold on a second, you know, it's serious mode, I gotta actually focus, because it's extremely difficult to really speak in a coherent sentence and create, you know, free-flowing thoughts and, you know, carry a coherent dialogue while focusing on, you know, high-end functions like, you know, maximizing your gameplay, maximizing your movement, you know, and just alternately not being a dumbass and paying attention. You know, it's why people can value, especially in the workplace, can value multitasking so effectively, because multitasking, such as being able to, you know, people are like, well, they can't talk and walk at the same time. Like, believe it or not, I mean, that's kind of an extreme, but being able to talk and perform other functions at the same time that actually require a lot of brain power is not as ridiculously easy as a lot of people think it is. It can be actually extremely difficult, because I know for myself personally, you know, I mean, right now I am devoting more thought to what I'm saying than what I'm doing, so I'm kind of surprised I haven't walked off a freaking cliff yet. Having said that, and see, right now I started thinking about the game and I've just completely lost my train of thought. I know for myself personally that when I'm really focusing on a game or on a particular task and somebody is asking me a question to answer, I basically, it just, the ability to finish a sentence is just kind of dissipates, and I basically wind up just making babble speak, or, you know, making like strange incoherent phrases, or just, you know, pieces of words that are actually kind of like freaking Homer speak or some shit that is not in any way, shape, or form relevant to any known language that is not inherently mine, which is why I call SK speak. You know, my SK to English translator doesn't work that well. Let's just put it that way. So, as I said, you know, bear with me if I do some weird babble speak bullshit, because my brain does not do the things with the stuff. Let's just put it that way. It's largely a myth. In fact, those that think they are can usually actually even worse than average. People rarely genuinely multitask. What they are really doing is rapidly toggling between two tasks. If you do one thing, you do it at 100%. If you do two, you do each at 40% performance. It just gets worse and worse. Well, isn't that technically multitasking then? I mean, you can't do... I mean, let's be honest. You really can't do two things at once. If you're multitasking, that means... That's effectively is multitasking. You are doing multiple things at once, but you have to switch between doing one or the other at the same time. It's like alt-tabbing for your brain. You know, there we go! That's a good way of saying it. Instead of it's multitasking, you're mentally alt-tabbing. So, you know, alt-tabbing is a pain in the ass to do under the best of circumstances, so, you know, my ability to mentally alt-tab is just, like, just not there. You know, I'm surprised I can walk and talk at the same time, because you're talking to somebody who walks into walls regularly.
Is there something?
Jesus Christ, the spam, dude. Director dude should take the hint. I expect the Balar have been chastened now. Good time to push forward. Victory goes to those with the fiercest spirits. Now to smite their Nagas. That... Just saying. Wipe out the Ashikar apprentice. Ha! I knew there was a quest for that woman. Naga, please. Okay. I knew there was a quest for this chick. Alright. Time to murder the apprentice. You root me, I'm gonna be real effing pissed. Alright, that's what I thought. You dropped me down to the abyss to my death, I would have been quite perturbed. Quite. Ashikar apprentice, I'm gonna set you on fire with the staff. Excuse me? Excuse me? I don't think so, madam. Oh shit, I'm almost dead. That's unfortunate. So, you're going to die before I will, let's just put it that way. So, heal spells, those are things that I can use. Though, for what you were saying before, Seth, people who rarely think they're good at genuinely multitask, if they really think they're doing rapidly, or that is, if somebody who thinks they're good at multitasking and they turn out to be usually really bad, let me just put it this way, I'm real fucking bad at multitasking, or, you know, mental, you know, alt-tabbing and all that shit. It just doesn't work, as evidenced by the fact that I went quiet there while trying to, like, readjustify innate and try to remember how to actually read words on a, you know, I'm going to say sheet of paper, Jesus, read words on a screen. See, this is what I'm talking about. My brain parts decide that certain words get substituted for other things and they don't do the stuff with the things. So, Sinja.
Something you needed.
Record time, in fact. Show me the Naga staff. This is the Naga staff. I wonder if an Amosian can use it. So I killed that chick just so she'd be like, hey, can I take their shit? That's pretty gnarly. How long have I been streaming? Probably, I think I started streaming... I'm trying to think, maybe... 3 months ago? Something like that, 3 or 4 months ago. It hasn't been too terribly long. I honestly have no idea. I've had the account for quite some time, but I've never really used it for streaming. My internet was, like, awful. It had to have been about 3 or 4 months ago because I actually upgraded my internet specifically and explicitly so I could actually stream because my internet was bad, and I felt bad. But, it's probably 3 or 4 months. I haven't been able to do it very consistently because of the requirements of my job, which I would like to change a little bit. I mean, why I'm kind of hopping on now, you know what I mean? I mean, generally speaking, my job technically has a quote-unquote fixed schedule, but it never really works out that way. But I still would like to devote more time to doing this, so I could actually, you know, hang out with you guys, and you guys can have some fun with me, and then, you know, as you listen to me spouting my random bullshit that has nothing to do with anything, and for some reason you guys actually think it's somehow entertaining commentary, for which I do very much appreciate, because I don't know what the hell you guys see me, but thank you. Well and truly. And that's not me being sarcastic, even though I use the same tone for all of it. But, Comcast gave me a free upgrade from 50 to 75, but I actually got 95. But they were going to get raped by Google Fiber when it comes here in early 2016. That's interesting. I have Comcast, unfortunately. I originally had Verizon, but unfortunately where I live, the only thing we could get was like... I mean, the fastest we would get was like 756 kilobytes up. You know, something... I mean, it wasn't even like... I mean, it was barely even broadband. You know, and that was the best one they had. Before I had was like 128 kilobytes up or something ridiculous. You know, Comcast, I think I have like 150 megabytes up. Something like that. I don't know if that's... I don't think that's actually what I have, even remotely, but I bought the most expensive one, being like, just fucking give me the best you got. I want internet that actually is internet. Yeah, everyone has... Yeah, Comcast is kind of, like, bad. They have the worst customer service I think I've ever heard of. So I ended up paying $115 a month for 100 megabyte. When Google comes, it would be 10 times faster for one-half the price with no data cap. Who in the right mind would stay with Comcast? Hey, if Google Fiber comes up here, I mean, if freaking, like, Verizon Fios ever shows up in this freaking area, my ass is gone. In fact, I still actually have my DSL subscription, whatever you call it. Like, I still have the service enabled for my place. I'm still paying that extra, like, 30 or 40 bucks a month for DSL I don't even use, in the hopes that eventually when the shit shows up, and I'm saying when because, you know, I'm not that far from a major metropolitan area, I would assume that they would try to, you know, upgrade at some point, that if and when that stuff comes up, you know what I mean, I can just be like, peace out Comcast, I'm gone, and then I can go to Verizon, fight those wings, dude, those wings are so cool. You know, I can just pop onto Verizon and be done with it. You know, and if Google Fiber shows up, fuck, more power to it. I'll do it.
Greetings.
Go away, I don't have time for chit-chat with the likes of you. Tell me your business. If you've come here just to flap your wings, then leave now. I need some Allsig special wine. Allsig special wine? Ah, you mean the stuff the quartermaster gave me when I was about to take leave. I was going to bring it home as a gift. When my leave was cancelled, I gave it to Anno, the Archon of Dusk. I gave her 3 bottles. If you need some, ask her. She's in the fortress. Wasn't I just supposed to go to some dude in Pandemonium and buy it or some shit? Did I, you know, misremember the purpose of this quest? It's entirely possible, but, you know, whatever.
I hope fate finds you strong.
I hope so too, lady. Very interesting. We Archons of Dusk prefer to gather information quietly, but Rashanta is too vast for us to sneak into every corner, So we gather information from Devas. If you see any new unusual creatures or hear any interesting information, please let me know, Oh, did you want to know something? Ew, you mean that stinking wine? Asmu gave me some as a gift, but I could not drink it, And took a sip but spit it out. That wine stinks like a fresh Brax patty. Anyway, I gave it to who said he'll drink anything, He may be puzzled. He may have guzzled it down already if you hurry. Oh, Jesus Christ. Just somebody buy this man some fucking wine, please. So I can move on with my life. Oh, there you are. Hi.
Have you business with me?
Yeah, I need your fucking wine, please. I heard about you. Word of your past has spread quickly through the Archons. They say that your reputation is tainted because you used to be a raider and because of your connection with that exiled Munin fellow. Let me give you a little advice. Don't even whisper his name around here. It'll bring you nothing but trouble. So what is it you needed? Well, Anno brought me some of the wine a few days ago. She called it a gift, but frankly I felt a little offended. She'd already opened the bottle and drank some. She just left me the dregs. I drank it anyway. I may have been insulted, but I'm no fool. Wine is hard to come by in Rashanta. If you need the wine, go see Hogg. I've heard that he visited Morheim recently. He might have a bottle. Thanks. Took the words right out of my mouth. Just saying. Deva of time and space, can you, like, teleport me back about an hour into the past and stop me from taking this fucking quest? I haven't had a visitor in ages, eons even, so I'm pleased to meet you today. Or is it yesterday? Tomorrow? Anyway, did you have a question? Oh, fucking Jesus, tap dancing. Yes, I was in Morheim recently, or was it a while ago? Anyway, I did have some All-Six special wine, but not anymore. I gave it to Amu, for a wise Deva always stays on the good side of a Shadow Executor. You'll find broken Nobelium outside of the fortress. Fucking... why? So, is there any particular reason why this guard couldn't just, you know, do this onesie-twosie shit himself? Is there any particular reason why I'm doing this? Why am I subjecting myself to this? Why am I subjecting you guys to this? I'm sorry. I was expecting, I don't know, something other than this, but for effing real, dude. Where is this? Oh, there they are. There you are. Atlantis is the fastest center in the country right now. For residential customers, 2,000 from Canada. It's crazy expensive though. 300 months for 2 gigabytes when Google Fiber is only 70. For 1 gigabyte. Shoo.
Yes? Speak up.
The comforts of home? Now what? What brings you here? The Shadow Executors are in charge of weeding out corruption and unveiling threats to the security of Asmodee, not the mediating personal affairs. Yet every QQ-brained Deva comes to me to complain. Well, tell me what your trouble is. Huh! Well, this is a first. Most visitors I get here are either to bring gifts or complain about something. No one's ever actually asked for anything before. I don't like wine, so I accepted it, only have Hogg insisted. I gave it to Iva. She kept bellyaching about her woes, and I'd hoped the wine would help her sleep so she'd stop bothering me for a while. She may still have some. She's in Prima Plaza. This is like the ultimate bullshit fetch quest. I mean, even from most MMO standards, this is like not remotely worth it. Unless this guy gives me a fucking legendary that like tells me how good I am in bed or some shit, this is not worth it. My comrades give me the cold shoulder lately. They haven't said anything in my face, but I hear the whispers. They think I'm selfish. Is it selfish to pick up good stuff? Isn't it natural to want good items? After all, good armor can save your life on the battlefield. I'm sorry to interrupt. Do you have any All-Six special wine? That smelly stuff? Frankly, I was insulted when Amu gave it to me. I went to Shadow Executive Amu to ask his advice. You know what he said? He told me to drink the wine and go to bed. I was dumbfounded. How dare he treat me like that? I don't need the wine. You can have it. Just get out of my sight. Oh, thank fucking Jesus Christ. Thank you. By the way, I'm sure you're very good in bed, even though no one would want to sleep with you in their right mind. Unless they get you drunk or gag you. Anywho, onward.
Welcome, Deva.
Just coming home from a hard day in the Dado field and seeing my wife. I had no riches and life was hard, but I was happy and we always had Dado. These blasted wings destroyed my peaceful life. They're wasted on me. They belong to someone who longs for the black wings of death. Did you find any wine? Oh, I found it. All-Six special wine, thank you for all your trouble. You didn't have to go that far for it, but I appreciate that you did. I will keep it safe and drink a drop while my homesickness gets to be too much to bear. That was not at all worth it. Not at all. Can I, like, fucking just... Don't you tell me invalid target. Don't you fucking, like... Come on. Fucking... Oh. You suck. My commentary is always interesting, thank you very much. Alright, it's almost 9 o'clock. I gotta go to bed, like, now, if I want to be up for work tomorrow. I know it's been a very short stream. I'm sorry. I kind of wanted to be a bit longer stream, but Windows 10 was kind of a dickbag. So it turned out being a lot shorter than I wanted it to be. But I did get a level. And I did get to see some of Rashanta. And I did at least finish that bullshit quest for some reason. Oh, it's so pretty! But, I will see you guys... I appreciate you guys stopping by. And I will hopefully see you tomorrow. Hopefully. But I will see you guys later. Peace out.